In this video, I'm going to show you how you can utilize AI to add an extra 100 to 200k to your restaurant's yearly revenue without adding the issues and operational drag that comes with obtaining that level of scale in a restaurant. And so in order to show you how well this works, I've actually gone ahead and created a full strategy breakdown, and I've based it off of one of our current clients' case studies in which we use this exact same method to help them scale. And so in this video, I'm going to break down the unique mechanism around our private event AI acquisition system. I'll show you what we did in order to generate consistent demand and leads for this side of the business. I'll show you how you can utilize AI to turn that attention into money. And lastly, I'll break down all the moving parts in putting this together for your own restaurant in the most simplest way possible. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to show you how to make an extra $100,000 to $200,000 with a restaurant in 2024 or 2025. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be breaking down one of our clients' own case study, Heritage India, in which we helped them make an extra $16,500 in their first 30 days with us. Just so you hear it from himself, the owner of the restaurant, we actually did an interview with him where he broke down what he was struggling with, more importantly, where he is right now, and kind of what we did in between to help him get to where he is. Now, just to play you a very, very short 30-second clip, you can just watch this quick video over here.
As soon as you did, I started seeing the results immediately, and already my calendar for October is half booked. November is a quarter booked, and it's whoa, this wasn't like this. 2 months prior, it was literally, oh God, my calendar's empty. Please pray to all the booking gods and get my calendar filled up. Our food's great, the building's great, we do everything we can to keep it clean, but there's no customers. People don't know us. Every new customer that comes in is telling me the same thing. I didn't know you exist. I didn't know you exist. I didn't know you exist. I'm like, how the hell do I get my name out there?
So now that you've heard it from him himself, let's jump into how to add an extra $10,000 to $20,000 in revenue this month and how you're going to do it with the vertical scaling X Certus AI system. So the reason we call it vertical scaling is because it focuses on the catering events and private party acquisition system. Just as a base principle, if you're looking to increase the catering events and private party business for your restaurant, what is it that you actually need from a first principle standpoint in order to get more catering deals and private event deals? There's three things. The first thing that you need is a lead flow. The second thing that you need is appointments. And then the third thing that you need are packages and offers that people want to buy. What is lead flow? Well, lead flow is the consistent flow of people interested in hosting an event who have given you their information, such as their name, email, phone, event type. Now we've actually do budget, and more importantly, when they're planning to host their event and how many people they're planning to host their event for. Because if you're trying to build a acquisition system, you need to have people who are always giving you their information, who are always interested in what you're buying, to make this a sustainable model. And this is what this process does for you. How do we do this? Well, the first thing that we did was help Heritage India create ads. And so what I mean by this is we created and crafted very, very personalized and targeted ads for the business. So we created video ads, we created square image ads, we created carousel ads, we created UGC content, and we did all of this in order to get him that generation of attention. And so like I said over here, we utilize specific targeting to identify your ideal prospects to generate consistent attention. Once we've generated that consistent attention, what we then did was actually build out a full-on funnel. A funnel is the exact same thing as a website, except the whole reason or the whole thesis behind it being built is to convert a single type of prospect into the next step. How we actually did this, as you can see, is we built a funnel step by step, showing the process of what we do, reviews, the pictures, a call to action, different features, and more importantly, they were driven to this by the fact that the ad compelled them to. What the next step as part of generating attention is, you need to have a platform in which you can then capture the lead information on demand. This is what we call a lead converting landing page or a funnel in order to actually go ahead and capture the information we mentioned over here. Just so you know how we did this, or how we do this in general, is we use Facebook and IG ads for our clients to help them print leads on demand. I can truly say that we have perfected this process from setup to targeting, to messaging, all the way to copy and creative. Literally, no one does it better than us. And just so I can show you some numbers over here, the consistent generation of attention and demand for your product. These campaigns are consistently generating leads for under $10, some even under, $7. So for example, 16 leads at $7, 26 leads at $9, 21 leads at $8, 35 leads at $6, 22 leads at $7. And so what you need to understand is, if you're looking to scale an acquisition system, the first thing that you need to perfect is the lead flow or the attention flow. Because if you don't have people who are consistently and profitably wanting to consume what you have to offer or are looking to buy what you have put out to the market, then you will never be able to scale a system. Some of you will already be rolling your eyes thinking Facebook ads don't work for me, but you're not a special snowflake. Of course it works. You just don't know or didn't do it the right way, or you didn't have the information in order to make this work, right? Because the way that I've broken it down to you is from a high level view. Of course, there are certain things in there that you'll need to learn, but the main thesis of generating the attention is having these assets that are going to generate your attention. And the quickest way to do that is creating ads. The second thing is making sure that you have a landing page that actually incentivizes people to give you their information. And then the third thing is being able to actually run these profitably on platforms like Facebook, Google, and Instagram, so that you're not losing money but making a shit ton more. After you generate lead flow, the next thing that you need is actual appointments and venue visits. You need a proven and reliable way to contact, nurture, and convert these leads into consultation calls or venue visits. In order for you to convert as many leads as humanly possible, you have to reach out to them in 5 minutes of them opting in. There's two reasons for that. The first reason is if they're not spending their money with you, they're spending their money somewhere else, right? 78% of customers purchase from the first responders. As competition among businesses in all industries continue to rise, the need for quick and efficient customer service becomes more and more crucial. The first business to respond to that inquiry has a distinct advantage. They are able to address the customer's needs first, increasing the likelihood that the lead will do business with them over their competitors. And then the second thing is the universal law of speed to lead. Conversion rates are 8 times higher in the first 5 minutes. So if you get in touch with a prospect within 5 minutes, there is an 800% higher chance that you are going to be able to convert them. The longer you wait to respond, the less likely a lead is to convert into a customer. And on the flip side of that, statistics show that if you respond within 5 minutes, you can greatly increase your conversion rates. This means that by making lead response time a priority, you can boost your bottom line and grow your business quickly, almost up to 5 to 800% if you're not reaching out to these people within 5 minutes. Now, unfortunately, as a restaurant, this never bloody happens. You never are able to consistently reach out to these leads within 5 minutes. Why? Well, the staff are usually busy. If they're not busy, they have inadequate sales skills to actually help convert these prospects. You, as a owner, are probably on a school run. You're probably doing your own things where you're not at the restaurant or not in a position where you can just pick up the phone at any time of any given day within 5 minutes. The other thing is leads may come in after hours where your staff aren't even prepared to be able to give them a call because it's not part of their working hours. And like I said, these are just a couple to name a few. Now, what you need is someone who can take 100 calls a minute, never gets tired, never quits, follows the script, can have 2 to 40-minute long conversations without wasting other people's time or not leveraging their own productivity, without you having to wonder if they're doing their job correctly. Now, unfortunately, you'll never find someone who can do that. And so, to be honest, we actually created something. We created Certus AI. Certus AI is the #1 AI growth solution for restaurants. World's first ever restaurant dedicated AI that can have full-on 1 to 40-minute long phone calls. It sounds like a real human. It knows everything about your restaurant. It has infinite memory. It has perfect recall, and it can autonomously take actions across 5,000 different platforms, including 1,000 POS systems. And it can do the entire job of a full-time manager who manages the phone or a dedicated catering sales rep without having to be trained, managed, or motivated by you. And it does this 24/7. Now, for those of you who have not seen Certus AI before, here's a quick demo to show you how well it works.
Hey Joe, this is Isaac from the Garden Bistro House. How's your day going so far?
Hey, sorry, who's calling?
It's Isaac from the Garden Bistro House. I saw you filled out a form on our website in regards to wanting to host an upcoming wedding. Is that correct?
Yes, I did do that. Thanks for getting back to me.
Great. So the reason for my call is basically to see if we at the Garden Bistro House can actually help you out with this. Just out of curiosity, when are you planning to have the wedding?
Looking to do quite soon. Probably around end of September.
Okay, awesome. And around how many people are you looking to have at the wedding?
Roughly 120 people.
Okay, sure. And lastly, just to get a feel on what we can do here for you, what's the budget you have in mind for the wedding?
I think everything included, probably around 40 per person. So anywhere between, 3.5 to 5K.
Okay, great to know that, Joe. Based on your budget and based on what you envision your wedding to look like, I think we could honestly be the perfect place for you for your special day. That said, because I think we can help you out here, would you be open to getting a quick tour of the venue with our head manager, Alex? He'll show you our food options. You can check out the venue, try some of the food, and basically ensure that we can actually help you make this vision come alive. Would that be something of interest to you?
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, let's do that.
Great. Let's schedule you in. When works for you?
Next week, Tuesday works great.
Great. Next Tuesday it is. What time works best for you?
1 o'clock works great.
Great. I've got you booked in for next Tuesday at 1 p.m. with our head manager, Alex. Lastly, I do want to mention that for these venue visits, we do request a fully refundable $25 deposit, which will be credited to your wedding if you choose us, or instantly deposited back into your account if you choose not to. Is that all good?
Well, why do you guys take a deposit, by the way?
Yeah, I totally understand. The only reason we do this is because I'm sure you can imagine if we have 10 people every day who want to check out the venue, try the food, and have our manager speak with them, and they decide to just not show up, we end up really losing out on time helping those who are actually serious about coming to the restaurant. But like I said, it's totally refundable, so there's no issue on that.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. No problem.
Okay, great. I'm just going to get the information over the phone now then. What's the card number you want me to put on file?
The card number is 15.
Okay, got it. I have your card number on file and you're booking for next Tuesday at 1 p.m. with Alex. Once we get off this call, you'll get pinged with a confirmation text and email with further details confirming the time. If there's anything else, let us know. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Cheers, Isaac. Thanks so much. Looking forward. If you just heard me talk about what Certus AI is, still didn't understand, and now watch this video, I would be hopeful that your mind is blown, just how mine was and my team's was when we finally cracked the code on making this work. Now, just to be clear, Certus AI isn't just built for converting catering leads. It can actually sit on your phone system and take all inbound calls coming for you. So it can take reservations, it can take orders, it can punch it into your POS system, it can handle complaints, it can handle stressed out customers, it can handle telemarketers, it can do everything that a front of house staff would do, and it's completely trained on your own business. And so on top of that, that is another use case which restaurants use in order to maximize their business's revenue. Now, just imagine a lead opt-ins, whether this is from the ads, whether this is from an email, whether this is from your form on your website, whether this is from a form on a third-party website, wherever you are capturing lead points for these events and catering deals, within 3 minutes of a lead opting in, Certus AI will call and nurture to book them in and take them to the next process in the sales cycle. And so just to stop here to show you how far we've come in this process, the first part, which is generating lead flow, is all done completely passively for you, where you don't have to actively do things, right? You don't have to spend more time or effort trying to consistently generate leads because the Facebook algorithm and the machine is doing it for you. Now, once it generates you leads and once you get attention, the next step in the cycle would be, you calling up these leads, converting them, nurturing them, selling them. But now you have an AI doing that for you as well. And so as a restaurant owner, you are no longer worrying about lead flow or generating attention because it's being done by you by a machine. And on top of that, now that Certus AI is a product that actually works and loads of restaurants are using it, it now is also allowing you to autonomize that part of the cycle. This is one of the most leveraged activities you can do as a restaurant owner because you're not actively trying to generate lead flow. You're not actively missing out on money by missing these phone calls. You're not actively having to call these leads within 5 minutes, and you're just getting venue visits and consultation calls booked on your calendars completely automatically and on demand. And so what Certus AI will do is when they're on this call with your prospect, once they've called the lead, Certus AI will actually integrate with the calendars and find available time on your calendar or your events coordinator calendar and book them in. You'll have a nurturing sequence where once we've booked them in, the prospect receives a text, you receive an email, or you receive a text. For our clients, when they join on with Certus AI or when they use Certus AI in their business, we give them a full dashboard that basically shows them all their call metrics, how many calls that have been done, how many venue visits have been booked, etc., etc. And so we have the email confirmation sent to you and your managers, the text confirmation sent to you and your managers. We have a prospect reminder sequence where we send emails and messages to these prospects in order to remind them of their venue visit. And then what they're actually going to do is come into the venue. And this is the only part of this whole cycle so far where you've actually had to manually step in, or there has to be a human interaction from an events coordinator to just bring these customers over the line. And like I said, that is the last step, which is selling packages and deals. Now, in order to sell as many people as possible for these catering and private events deals, you need to create a no-brainer offer and selling process that allows you to convert these people for 2 to 10K worth of deals. The way that you package this and the way that we've actually broken this down in another video that you can go ahead and watch, and where we show you how to craft catering packages and private event deals, we basically show you how the 2 to 10K that you can collect on these deals are going to be higher margin than you have in your regular day-to-day. It's going to be higher revenue because you're able to charge more. You have a lower cost of acquisition because you're finding just one person to bring 20, 40, 100, 120 people with them. And the funniest thing is, it's probably some of the easiest money you will make compared to your regular restaurant dine-in, where, you know, you have to have staff on the floor, where you have to have your chefs cooking and preparing singular meals for multiple families that are coming in on a regular dine-in basis. And so with step 1 and step 2, it's all done by machines and AI. And then step 3 is simply just you talking to the prospect, giving them a no-brainer offer and bringing them over the line. And what will help you do is actually collect more cash, increase your business's revenue, increase your business's profit, and then allow you to scale without the inefficiencies and operational drag that comes with owning a restaurant, and most importantly, scaling it. And so if you're a restaurant owner who currently leverages private events and catering deals in order to generate more revenue for your business, let's just say you're doing 1 to 2, maybe 3 to 4 deals every single week, and you want to actually increase that, and you want us to actually help you increase the demand for these private events and catering deals that you promote, as well as actually help you convert them by implementing Certus AI into your business, then feel free to click the link below and see if you qualify for the system, speak to our team, and let's see what we can do to help you out.